Welcome to the Thrive Mindset Podcast, where manifesting your dreams isn't magic, it's momentum. I'm your host, Carrie Dahle, entrepreneur, author, and manifestation coach, and I'm here to help you stop holding yourself back and start building the life you've been craving. Each week, I'll share real stories, practical tools, and powerful mindset shifts to help you reframe the negative, embrace gratitude, and take aligned action toward your goals. If you're ready to up-level your life, your relationships, your success, then this is your place. Let's dive in. Hi, welcome back to the Thrive Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Carrie Dahle, and I'm so glad that you're here today. But before we jump in, if this is your first time listening, welcome. This is a space where we talk about mindset and manifestation and the real, honest, sometimes messy work of being who you're meant to be. And if you've been here a while, you already know that we don't sugarcoat things around here. In fact, we just go there. And today, we're definitely going to go there. I want to start with a question. When is the last time you were at war with yourself? Not with somebody else, not with circumstances, but with the voice inside your own head. Maybe it was this morning. Maybe it's right now, honestly. Because here's the thing. The internal battle, it's real. And it's something that almost no one talks about out loud. We show up, we smile, we post the highlight reel. And inside, there's this whole storm happening that nobody else can see. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The wars that no one else can see. Years ago, I was in a different marriage, in a different phase of my life, and in one where I really had lost myself. I was put on this faith, this persona of being one thing, which had nothing to do with who I truly was. And I was married to a man who, it was really difficult to be married to. Not that he ever hurt me physically, because he didn't, but you never knew what was going to walk through that door every day. You didn't know if it was going to be somebody smiling and happy, or angry and pissed off at the world, or if depressed. You just never knew. He was battling his own demons, and it made life really, really hard. I pretended to be okay when I was not okay. And none of my friends knew that about me. They all thought I was perfectly happy and everything was great and that life was good, while I was totally miserable. And it was really a hard thing when I called that marriage off and I broke away from that, because people didn't understand. They didn't know what was going on or why I'd want to leave that situation, because I made it sound so great all the time when it was honestly awful. And I'm not sharing this with you because I want you to feel bad or to think, oh, what did she go through? I'm sharing this because I want you to know that I'm not talking to you from some perfect mountaintop. I have been in the valley. I know what it's like when there's noise in your head that is louder than anything happening around you. And I know that valley is not the end of your story. Sure wasn't for me. And here's what I've come to understand. The internal battle shows up differently for us all. For some of you, it's heaviness. It's a weight that you carry around that's hard to name and even harder to explain to someone who hasn't felt it. For some of you, it's a relentless voice that says, you're not ready, or you're not enough, or what if you try and you fail? I've done that one over and over too. You've heard me talk about the you're not enough line. It's something that I battle. And for some of you, it doesn't even look like fear or sadness on the outside. It looks like being busy, being distracted, waiting for the right time that somehow never arrives. And again, I do that one too. Whenever I look back at my life and I look at the things that were hard, or when I was in hard spaces, I controlled what I could control. I cleaned. I cleaned like a crazy person. I organize. That's what I do because I control it. But can I tell you something? All of those battles are just the same battle, but they wear different clothes. And here's the most important thing that I want you to hear today. Having that battle does not make you broken. I would bet that every person you admire, every woman that you look at and you think, oh, she has it all together, every leader, every creator, every person who seems like they were born confident and fearless, they have an internal battle too. The difference is what they do when that voice shows up. So let's talk about that. What do you actually do? Because I think we've been sold a lie that you have to feel ready before you take action, that you have to feel confident before you start, that you have to quiet the fear before you move forward. And that's just not true. The people who are living the lives they want are not the people who eliminated self-doubt. They're just the people who learn to act in spite of it. You don't have to win every battle in your head to win the day. You just have to take one step, the next right step, in the direction that you are becoming, not the direction of who you are right now. Think about that for a second. You don't need to take 10 steps. You don't need to do the whole plan, just one thing. So what is the one step that you've been putting off because the noise has been too loud? What are the things that keep nudging you, that you keep pushing down because you're too afraid? And fear has been running the show. That thing, that is the breakthrough that's waiting.
This episode of the Thrive Mindset podcast is brought to you by the Scott Lewis Group at John L. Scott Real Estate. Buying or selling a home is more than just a transaction. It's your move. It's your next chapter. And we're here to make sure that your move is remarkable. We know this market inside and out, and we care deeply about helping you find more than just a house. We want you to find the place where your life truly thrives. Whether you're stepping into your first home, upgrading to something new, or starting something fresh, you deserve more than ordinary. With the Scott Lewis Group, it's your move. Let's make it remarkable.
Now, I do have to pause for a minute because I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't say this directly. Sometimes what I'm describing goes way deeper than just mindset work. Sometimes the heaviness is not something that you can just journal your way out of or positive think your way through. Sometimes it's really real and clinical and requires real support. So if you are in a dark season right now, please hear me. Reaching out for help is not a weakness. It is the single bravest, most powerful thing that you can do for yourself. Talk to somebody you trust. See a therapist. Call your doctor. You do not have to carry this alone. And there's absolutely no shame in asking for support, because taking care of your mental health is not a detour from the journey. It is the journey. So here's what I want to land on today. The internal battle is real. Fear is real. The doubt is real. The heaviness is real. And I'm not dismissing any of it. But you are also real. You and your dreams are real. The version of you waiting on the other side of fear, she's real too. And she needs you to show up for her. not perfectly, not fearlessly, just honestly and consistently. You are not your thoughts. You are what you choose to do next. So this week, I want to challenge you and give you just one thing to do. Identify the one thing the noise in your head has been keeping you from, and do the smallest version of that. Not the whole thing, just a first step. Take it and then notice what happens. I think you're going to surprise yourself. All right, that's what I've got for you today. And honestly, this topic feels really alive in me right now. And I'm feeling it land for a lot of you too. If it did, I would love to hear from you. You can find me on Instagram, or you can shoot me an email, or you can find me out there. I know you can. But tell me what your internal battle is that you're working on right now. And you know what? You might just inspire a future episode. And if this episode resonated with you, do me one more favor. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. That's how we grow this community. And that's how we help more people step into what they're meant for. Thank you so much for being here. And above all else, remember that I believe in you and you can manifest the life that you're dreaming.